Hey, what's going on YouTube? Welcome back to the channel. This is Goodwill with Camp Daddy. I'm Camp Daddy, and today we are going to be exploring Mr. Poe and Friends, where they discuss reunion after deployment. So, Mr. Poe and Friends is a government-made program from 2012 made for military families and children to understand what happens during deployment separation. They are great for civilians and the surrounding community to watch as well, to be supportive of what military families and friends are going through. A facilitator's guide is available at the AAP website as well to use when putting on local programs. So this is what the box looks like. I guess this is Mr. Poe. We have a good amount of text on the back. It's approximately a 30-minute DVD video, and it's made mostly for children 6 to 11 years old. There's a little pamphlet inside, but as you can tell up to this point, this was not made for typical commercial enjoyment use. This was much more of a utility piece of media, and I always love stuff that was not made specifically for just enjoyment and commercial success, because it really gives you a wider and deeper understanding as to what people were trying to use the technology for at the given time. And anything that has a non-commercial utility is a very interesting piece of history, technologically and media-wise. So without further ado, I'm going to put the DVD into my magical machine that will help me watch it with you, and we'll experience it for the first time. Other thing that's really interesting to pay attention to with this type of stuff is what production style this type of media has, because it's not made by the same studios that make all the stuff that we're used to seeing. It may not even be a commercial studio itself. It may be some independent contractor. It may be someone in-house. But we can see right here that we have Mr. Poe and Friends discuss family reunion after deployment. There's chapters, extras, and subtitles. I'm going to see if I can add subtitles so it'll be easier for everybody that's watching. And we're jumping straight into it.
I know what you mean, Mom. Remember that night I asked Dad for help with my homework? Dad, can you help me with my math problems tonight?
No, Frankie, I've got to get my stuff ready for deployment.
Jeez.
But you promised. It'll only take a little while.
I said no, not tonight. Can't you see I'm busy?
Fine, I don't want your help anyway. He started complaining and saying he didn't have enough time. I got mad and went to my room. I wish I wouldn't have done that.
I'm sure your dad is sorry he reacted that way too.
Yeah, Mom.
When people know that they're going to be away from each other for a long time, they sometimes start arguing and fighting over silly little things because they're sad and they don't want to leave. It's almost like it's easier to go away from each other mad rather than sad. Then we wish we'd said we were sorry before they left. That's
very
not
on the
unusual at all.
nose.
Don't blame yourself, Frankie. When I got stressed out, I took a walk, listened to music, or read a book. It helped to just cry sometimes too.
Damn.
I'm sure glad I had you guys in the support group to call on when I was feeling bad.
Hey. Hey, you miss your dad? Just cry a little bit. It'll help.
When I missed Dad and felt like crying, I called Grandma. She was so good at helping me see that things weren't so bad and that everything would be okay.
Kids, almost everyone acts very different just before they leave for a deployment. Some people start yelling, others cry a lot. Some get mad and some get very quiet. Everyone's different.
So do people go back to the way they were, Mr. Poe?
Well, some do and some don't. It all depends. One thing's for sure. It's fun to get back together again and find out. We just need to be patient and wait and see. It's good to talk about these things, about how
Love
we
that
acted
frame
before
rate.
our family members left, and how it feels while they're gone. Talk about it with your family members who are at home with you now. You might also want to think about talking to a teacher, a doctor, a school counselor, or just a good friend, someone you trust. And don't forget, you can always talk to your deployed family member by email. And what did you do to stay in touch, Mr. Smarty Pants?
I drew pictures of me and my dad doing things together before he left. After he left, I sent pictures of things I want to do with him when he gets home. Want to see one?
Sure.
I brought it with me to give to him when he gets here, to remind him I was thinking about him all the time. We also made a video before he left. It was fun. We taped ourselves talking about all the things we like to do together, gave each other hugs, and made plans for all the things that we were going to do when he got back home. I must have watched it 100 times.
Those are great ways to stay in touch. And did you send him any emails?
I sure did. Lots.
This is so
I even helped my
sobering.
little sister draw a picture and sent it by email too. We talked about what she wrote and how she felt about Dad being gone for so long. It was good for both of us because we were able to share things that were bothering us that way. But I gotta go now. That just gave me another cool idea for a picture to draw for my dad before he gets here. Bye. Oh, sorry I made fun of you, Mr. Poe.
That's okay.
That's okay, artist.
Artists.
Mr. Poe,
Yes?
my mom, brother, sister, and I went to the community center and talked to Dad a couple of times, live, on TV. It was so cool to see him, almost like in person. He told us all about the weather where he was, the new kind of food he was eating, and how he got a chance to swim in a big swimming pool.
Wow. Did he tell you what he was doing over there?
Well, not exactly. He said he was helping people a lot, but he couldn't tell us too much. I think it was kind of a secret. But he did tell us he was glad to be there, and what he was doing made him feel good. He said he couldn't wait to come home and tell us all about it.
Did you ever feel sad or scared?
One time I was. I told my teacher I saw pictures of the war on TV and felt scared. She said,
Don't be scared.
I wonder what aspects of this video are still relevant in a social media age where it's a lot easier to connect with other people, but like I don't know what the rules are with the military and whatnot in terms of like how much you can like talk to people, but the information and the media is all out there now, a lot easier than having to go to the community center. Like you just Skype or FaceTime or whatever.
but I couldn't help it. He was where people were fighting. Then she said,
I guess you're right. It is kind of scary, isn't it? But we should be brave. Maybe we should just let Mom watch the news from now on.
she also told me to look at a picture of my dad each night and hold the football we're going to throw around once he gets back, that it would help me feel better. And it did. It helped me to say my prayers too, to remind God to watch over my dad when he was halfway around the world.
That's great, Tommy. Thanks for telling us about that.
Mr. Poe,
Yes, Lisa?
when my big brother went away, he went to do another soldier's job so that soldier could go to fight in the war. I'm glad he's helping them out, but I felt sad, and I've missed him. Mr. Poe, I was wondering if maybe it was something I did that made him want to go away.
Damn.
I wonder if maybe
Oh,
he went
no.
away because I read his comic books without asking, after he told me not to. But I did, and then he left. Do you think that could be why he's been gone so long?
No, Lisa. I'm sure that's not it at all. He went away to do his job for the military. It's not because of something you did. He's serving his country by filling in for someone else's job because he's in the reserves. I'm sure he still loves you and misses you very much. I'll bet it's been a big help to him that you've been brave and strong while he's been gone and helped keep his room neat and ready for him when he gets home.
Do you think so?
Yes, I do. Your brother might have been upset back then about the comic books, but everything will be okay when he gets back, and so will you.
Oh, that's great. But just in case, I bought him 2 new comics to read right when he gets back.
Aww.
Thanks, Mr. Poe.
You're welcome.
Well, after tomorrow, you'll be going home again, and you'll need to start sleeping in your own bed. Do you understand?
Yes, Grammy. But will I still be able to come over and sleep over at your house sometime still?
Yes, honey, you sure will. And we'll make cookies again and laugh and play games together, just like old times, okay?
Jeez.
Yes, Grammy. I love you.
I love you too, sweetie.
So you see, every family situation is different. Don't let who's in charge become a problem. Talk
This
about
is
it
heavy.
and decide before the deployment
just made
who
it
will be
heavy
in
the
charge
whole
of what
time.
and whom. And now that everyone is older and your parents
you
are
don't
back
really
home
get
again,
you
if
don't
should
really go
back
up
to
for
the
fresh
old
air.
way
You're just
or
getting
not.
hit like
If you need time
over
to
and
talk
over
about
again.
this, now would be a good time to stop the video again.
Girlfriends, Part 2.
Ready already? Okay. Getting back together with mom or dad after they've been gone is very exciting. But remember, if you've been apart for a long time, you'll be used to not being together, so don't rush it. You need to be okay with letting everyone in the family have as much alone time as they need, especially at first. Let's see how Sally and Laura are planning to spend time with their returning moms.
My dad said that Mom will be home every day, all day when she gets back. We'll be together this weekend, but then she'll go back to doing half days for a week, I think. I guess she needs to put things away that she took with her and fill out paperwork and stuff. That way she'll be only home for half days at first, giving us time to get used to being all together again. After a while, we'll take a vacation. Then things will begin to feel normal again, after a month or so maybe.
This is so on the nose. Why is she it seems like she's talking in third person. Like she's talking to herself. But I guess when characters don't exist in this program, it's practically like she is talking to herself.
Sweet, like that's what we're doing too. My dad went to my school to make sure like it was okay for me to even take a vacation. He wanted to be sure I'd have my homework, which will be sort of okay, I guess. It'll be kind of fun to do my homework, even on vacation, because like my mom will be there to help me with it again.
The girl in the glasses
I never
reminds
thought
me
about
of
it that
Marcy
way.
from
I guess
Charlie
I better
Brown.
ask my dad about getting my homework too. Oh, by the way, remember our parents haven't seen each other for a long time? If you see them get all googly-eyed and kissy-kissy, leave them alone for a while, okay? They're gonna need time with just themselves.
Okay, like good advice.
Like, that's good advice.
Laters.
Paul grows up.
Remember Paul and Sammy? Their mom is talking with them about how to be patient with their dad to give him time to adjust to being back home with them again.
Who remembers what Dad said he wants to do when he gets back home?
He said he wants to sleep all day and play all night, right?
Well, not exactly. But remember, he isn't used to being around you kids all day like I am. He'll need a break. Now, how long should you plan on playing with Daddy the first day he's back?
2 minutes.
Well, it can be a little longer than that, Sammy. We've been able to play games for an hour sometimes. Right, Paul?
Uh-huh.
Well, now, when Daddy is home, we'll want to do things with him, too. But he may not be able to pay attention for a long time at first, like he used to.
Daddy can help me do potty.
Well, yes. I'm sure he'll appreciate and want to do that. But what else will he want to do?
He'll want to help me with my homework. And you with your housework.
Okay, well, doing housework might be asking a bit too much, but Dad will find out we were able to fix the leaking faucet all by ourselves and get the car fixed. How do you think that will make him feel?
Like maybe we don't need a plumber?
Well, he may feel like he's not needed as much at home anymore, or like he doesn't fit in like he used to.
That's silly. I need him just as much as ever.
I need him to help me do potty.
Well,
The little kid's like, I got a shit.
you make sure you tell him that, okay, Sammy? Daddy is going to be so surprised at how big you are. We'll be sure to show him the scrapbook we made for him while he was gone, so he can catch up.
Great!
I've been taking care of you kids all along. Even though Mommy has learned to do new things, let's let Dad take charge.
They're so
and do
calm
some of those
about the
things
little
again
kid
when
just
he gets
throwing
back,
popcorn all over the
okay?
place.
Your dad will remember how things were before he left. But with him gone, we changed a few things,
Like, the
didn't
dad's
we?
gonna be like, what the hell's
Some
wrong
of
with
those
you?
changes are good and better than before, and we'll want to stick with them.
Oh yeah, like how we clear the kitchen table and put the
Also-
dishes in the dishwasher after.
Why are they eating popcorn at an airport? That's sort of bizarre. Alright. The big moment.
Kids, some parents have trouble getting used to being back home. They might have trouble going to sleep at night, or only eat a little food, or even have nightmares. They might be remembering something from when they were gone that's bothering them.
Is Mr. Poe a
You
member
can be
of
a
the
big help to
military?
them just by putting your arm around them and asking them if they're okay.
That's right, Mr. Poe.
Your teacher, pastor, or a friend's parent might be a good person to talk to if mom or dad doesn't seem very happy after a while. And if you're not feeling very happy yourself, you should talk to someone you trust to help you out, like your best friend. The important thing is, don't keep sad or angry feelings inside. Let them out by talking to someone about them.
Flight 112 has just landed. Those waiting to greet the great Americans returning to the States, please go to baggage area 5.
I can't wait to, see what Mom has brought me.
Yeah, I can't wait to see what she brought me either.
I can't wait to get home and show Dad how big I am and my new tricks on my bike.
I'm gonna show Daddy how I can dress all by myself.
Jameson, wait till Mommy sees how much you've grown.
I've got some pictures to show you, Dad.
Hey, Dad, I can do my math almost as good as you now.
Hey, it's my big brother. Hey, Stuart, I got you some new comic books. Look, Mr. Poe, there's my dad.
Yes, there he is, and I do believe
Dad!
that he sees you too.
Dad, I missed you.
I missed you too. You've gotten so big. Looks like you need a new
Aw.
shirt.
Well, Billy's dad didn't forget him. Isn't that great? If your dad or mom is going away soon, remember some of the things kids did in this video to stay in touch. If your parent has already been gone and is coming home, remember that you'll do some things the same as before, and some things will be different, like getting Billy a new shirt. The main thing
New
is,
shirt,
give
Billy.
yourselves time to get to know each other again. Don't rush it. What works for one family may not work for another. Plan time, especially on busy days, whether at home or on vacation, to talk about things that have changed and whether you'd like to go back to the old ways or keep it new. Make a list of things you'll want to talk about, and include every family member in your talks, even the little ones like Sammy here. Now stay safe, be positive, and
Do you think Mr. Poe is like a sentient creature or like a guy in like a suit, like a mascot costume? I have no idea.
have fun. Bye-bye.
Bye. Extras. Pretty much just back of the DVD. Main menu. So there's chapters, subtitles. We took care of that. That looks like it is that. Let's go back over here. So yeah, one more time. Mr. Poe and Friends. If I can get it in, maybe that works. And yeah, let's do a quick little look around and see what information we can gather about this program. Alright, so a quick Google search shows us a good handful of results. We have military1source.mil. And I guess this might be a store, an online store. Alright, yeah, you can download the file, log in to add the card. So, it seems pretty readily available. We have an Amazon link. Beep, boop, bop. Only for the humble price of $2.15, you could buy that. Mr. Poe and Friends discuss family reunion. Amazon. Children's Mental Health Network. We have a little blurb here. View the resource. If we click that, we'll get to a 404 error page. And it did also open up a new tab. We have, it looks like the full program is on YouTube for anybody curious enough to rewatch it. eBay, Amazon, librarything.com, operationwearehere.com, fishpond.com/au. Why is it an Australian thing? Interesting. For $35. Wild. Operation We Are Here. So lots of resource sites. There's a Pinterest post. military1source.mil. So there's some SEO work being done for that. But otherwise, there's not too much information that I could get off the top. Nothing wrong with that. But maybe we'll find some stuff later on. Well, we learned some. We watched this. I was not prepared for how heavy this whole program would be, because it just sort of threw the weight of kids being away from their parents for long periods of time around like it was like it was a sack of potatoes. But we did get through it. We did watch it. It's not going to be one of the flashiest programs, but sometimes when you're looking for the pieces of media history that I like to look for, it's not always going to be sunshine and rainbows. But that's all I have for you today. It's Camp Daddy from the Goodwilling with Camp Daddy series, signing off. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day, and I'm looking forward to taking you on another journey next time.